Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where I have made a few alterations to our John Henry class corvette. We are now running afterburners instead of reactor boosters, and I switched us over from Picket to Swarm because I wanted that extra 5% evasion. We're now chilling at a cool 67% evasion. We've got our flak battery, we've got our small blue laser, and we've got our small mass driver on here. That is looking good. So we're going to need to get these swapped over to that new form. Apparently that is completely free. Good to know. So we'll get that done, and we should also get this leader recruited at this point. Unyielding is okay, I guess. I was hoping to get that evasive admiral, but unfortunately, they're no longer here. So Lucia's who we're going to have to go with. Okay. We're also going to get this fleet reinforced. There we go. And we're going to have to go after some of these guys out over here eventually, but I do want to go after the Groknaploran fire tribes very soon here.
Our ships have been made superior.
Excellent. This construction ship can definitely build its mining and research stations out over here, and the Danube, we're going to need alloys more than anything. We can buy in a few alloys, actually, 250, and we can use those alloys to build here, and then also to get another corvette going.
Our ships have been made superior.
Cool. So how many do we have queued up? 2? We're going to need 5 more in total. Noted. The crew we assigned to work the odd factory on Sirius Prime has disappeared. We could send a new workforce to take their place, or we could raise the facility to the ground, making sure that this will not happen again. It still suits our needs. I like the alloy generation for right now. We just got pop growth speed as well, and gene clinics coming in. So we should be fine on that front. Excellent. So we need housing on Alpha Centauri Prime. That's fine. We put in a city district, no problem whatsoever there. The BOS Danube is going to need to build mining stations and then head up to Bellatrix. That'll be fine. Cool. I also want to work on some espionage over here. We're going to have Johanna Earhard head over here. I suppose so. I suppose this would be true. She was arrested on numerous charges of wrongdoing. I was actually going to comment that it was funny that we were sending her over after we had protected her from the allegations. She's been arrested. Fair enough. We'll send Saburo, and we should get our second emissary. Yeah, we've got our spy network going there. Fantastic. I didn't expect them to instantly arrest her. That's actually well done by Paradox. I like it. I did remember that she had done bad things there, but I expected it to just be fine. But no, we're good. I like it. So the second fleet is going to need to be continually reinforced. We need about another, 700 total minerals to get our second fleet maxed out for the moment. And we're also working on getting destroyers at this point.
Construction complete. System survey complete.
So that'll be great too.
Construction complete.
Excellent. We're done over here. We can move out over to Elthier. And in Bellatrix, we're going to need influence. That's fine. We've got the influence at this time, so we'll get that going. Then we'll grab our physics research here and then head over to Procyon.
Achieved.
So that's our research station outpost, or output, finishing up rather. Disruptors are currently done. Okay, so we could go for planetary and starbase FTL inhibitors. That sounds decent. We'll go for that. Gene clinics will be done soon-ish, and that's good. We're going to need them. Our archaeological site has continued. A recent breakthrough shone some light on the vanished city builders of Galurum 4. Apparently, the fungal species has a collective cycle of mass death and rebirth. They hatch en masse almost simultaneously across the whole planet, and grow up as part of a linked hive mind collective. In the course of their hundreds of years-long life cycle, they spread out and reclaim the cities built and abandoned by previous died-off generations. When nearing the next death/rebirth event, they heed some species-wide biological clarion call. Through asexual reproduction, they give birth to a pod that is buried in the ground. The parent dies, and the body decays and fertilizes the ground around the pod. After a long dormant period, the pods hatch, and the cycle begins anew. Cool. Okay, so we'll proceed here. A second group of individuals has gone missing after working at the odd factory. Fortunately, one of the workers was able to leave a recording behind revealing that there are traps capturing unsuspecting workers. The traps have been disabled, and we should be able to use the factory without further issues. However, the populace are none too happy about the potential death trap, no matter what we say. 5 years? The people will get used to it. I don't care about a 5-year malice, really. We're thinking long-term. Fantastic. So we're going to build a research station. There we go. Kept trying to turn the map for some reason. We're all good. The BOS Atlantic is going to build a starbase down here once we have enough influence, which we don't yet. But that's fine. And we're going to get our second fleet reinforcing. Cool.
Construction complete.
So we're done in Bellatrix, and we're going to make our way down to Procyon. That is looking absolutely fine. I would very much like to get more information on what they've got going on over there. We see that they stretch up over this direction.
Found.
The atmospheric patterns of Damia 3 are highly atypical for a gas giant of modest size. Well, we'll look into that. We almost have enough influence here. 2 more month ticks. 1 more month tick now. What we had assumed was an abnormally small gas giant is, in fact, not. Beneath a deceptive cover of thick dust swirling in the upper atmosphere lies a regular planet. A barren planet, but a planet nonetheless. This has proven quite embarrassing to the astronomical community on Earth. Okay, well, that was revealed to be a barren planet. That's fine. And now we can build our starbase in Elthier. Getting this is quite important. There's a lot of minerals here. There's an Arctic world that we can eventually terraform. But more importantly, we'll have access to this wormhole. So that will be very, very good.
Anomaly found.
We've detected life signs coming from somewhere beneath the barren and lifeless surface of this planet. What manner of organism could possibly live there? Well, we'll find out. Excellent. So we do want to get a gene clinic built on our colonies, complete. Or rather everywhere, as soon as we can. We'll get that underway. Let's see, we're going to need a building slot on Earth. So we should build a city district. And on Sirius Prime, we need one as well, so we'll build a city district there too. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a vast network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Damia 8. As best as we can tell, the creatures feed off rocks, and there's evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Cool. So that's absolutely fine. And we'll continue to tick on forward here. We are very soon going to get access to gene clinics and destroyers. So that'll give us fleet command limit plus 10. We're going to be able to put 5 destroyers into these fleets. That means that we're going to need like 20 additional naval cap. Well, 16 additional naval cap, technically. So the question is, how bad will going over our naval cap by 16 be? I don't know. We'll find out. We also have our traditions. Okay, the archaeological site is done. We'll get to that. We have our traditions here. Finishing that gives us our ascension perk. We could theoretically go for something along the lines of... Where is it? Galactic force projection. But that requires 2 ascension perks to be taken first. We can't take that here. So that's going to be interesting. Ship build speed, fleet command limit plus 20, naval cap plus 20%. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, for sure. We'll see. Okay. The final answer to the mystery of the vanished fungoid society turned out to be fairly straightforward. The planet's population is not lost at all. They're still here, gestating underground. Analysis of an uncovered pod indicated that the species' centuries-long active lifespan was nothing compared to the pod state gestation, which seems to go on for a few thousand years. Their simple cities, built to withstand long neglect, stand silently, awaiting their return. So there they all are, slumbering in the ground, awaiting the day when they'll rise and start the cycle once more. So that gave us the Secrets of Life research option. Cool. Well, we'll tick forward here. Elthier is going to be done soon enough. This actually crosses the arm. That's interesting. There's an arm crossing here as well. Noted. Okay, let's go ahead and get our second fleet almost maxed out. 3 more months ticks, and it will be maxed out. We do need to build our starbase in Procyon, though. So we'll get that done. And once that's done, the question is, do we want to have 2 construction ships at that time? I think we will have 2 construction ships. We're probably just going to be idling one of them for a substantial amount of time.
Construction complete.
Okay, so there's Procyon done. We'll build our research stations. Fantastic. And now we have a building slot on all of our worlds. That's exactly what we want because we're going to be getting gene clinics in 5 months. So that's great. That will be done very shortly here, and our science ships are just charging on out. Let's get our second fleet maxed out. There we go. Beautiful.
Construction complete.
So we're going to head down towards, like, Screeching Abyss here. That'll be fine. Ah, now we can see this out over here. That's good.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
And there's gene clinics done. Naval Cap plus 30. We definitely take that. Okay, Naval Cap plus 30 is going to be vitally important for us. That's going to be a huge deal. So that's great. And we should probably start moving our fleets down towards Iostars and start clearing out some of this. Now, we're not strong enough to take all of this at once. And we'll take heavy losses if we try. But once we have, well, this, our destroyers, we should be fine. Coil guns, huh? Yeah, we'll go for coil guns. That'll be okay. And for our fleets here, we want to add a ship design, but I want to modify this destroyer. So we're currently running a gunship / interceptor. This is a gunship here. And that's fine. We don't need this to screen. Our corvettes are screening. So we're going to make this be a gunship. I don't love having this be maxed out on lasers, but having it be slightly laser heavy considering we don't have level 2 mass drivers is okay. And I don't like the way that the game has these, like, in between each other. I like to have it like this, but there's no real reason for that, so that's fine. Would afterburners increase our evasion by a good amount? The answer is no. We might want to run reactor boosters here. And then line computers. Medium range. 0 to 40. I don't like that they no longer tell you what range the ranges are. But I think line is indeed what we want. We don't want it in picket range. I think line is the behavior that we want. So we've got our Kanjo class destroyers here. And we can definitely prepare to put those into our fleets. There we go. And we add in destroyers here as well. So that's going to cost 2,340 to get those maxed out. And as expected, we'll be behind our naval cap by 60. That's completely and totally expected.
Construction complete.
That'll be a temporary matter only. This planet emits strange magnetic waves, quite unlike anything we've seen so far, almost as if it's trying to communicate with us. It's only logical to investigate this unusual phenomenon. We may have just encountered an extraordinary example of life on a planetary scale. Well, we'll look into it. We're not in a huge rush, so that's fine. The BOS Atlantic can definitely head down to, like, Damia.
Survey complete.
And then we'll build our starbase in Screeching Abyss for the time being. Once our fleets arrive down here, we're going to deal with this asset protection unit. The Hierarchical Union, huh? Okay. So we're earning 5.68 influence per month right now. Got it. We'd like to get more power projection, for sure. But for the moment, we're going to head on down here. You have increased sublight speed? Yeah, okay. That's why they're behind. Got it. That's fine. We're going to position here.
Scientific breakthrough
There we go.
achieved.
Planetary FTL inhibitors. Cool. Energy grid? Auxiliary fire control? Hyperdrive 2? All good. All of those are good. Fusion reactors are good too, though. And we're going to grab that. Let's get that done.
Construction
Because we're going to need more power on our ships. No doubt about that. We're going to build our research stations here, and we'll build our starbase in Damia. Fantastic. Once we're done here, we'll head up to Baldurk. And we'll just continue to survey. Cool. We're now in position to jump in here and eliminate this force.
System survey complete.
What we first assumed to be a deliberate attempt at communication has turned out to be an unusual but naturally occurring phenomenon. The magnetic waves produced by the planet, given proper handling and editing, may sound a bit like talking or even singing, but they're in no way created by a thinking being. Some of our scientists, however, find it quite catchy. It might be possible to make use of this phenomenon, possibly by hosting artists or VIPs at a station created solely to catch those signals, and play them as relaxing music. Okay, cool. So some culture there. Okay, we're going to head up to Baldurk at this point.
Battle is
and
joined.
we are fighting these lads. Beautiful. An abandoned gateway in the Detonal system. So that is... where? It's showing us the center of the galaxy. I don't know where Detonal is, but sure, there's a gateway. Oh, it's down here. Okay, it just wasn't appearing. Got it. Well, let's go ahead and grab this guy and get these mining stations built. And we have a tradition available. So I definitely think we take the ship upkeep and the naval cap here. There we go. That puts us up to 52. And from here, these guys can go and get repairs. There we go. And I'm going to tell this science ship to stop automatic surveying and come up over here and then survey that system. Cool. We're heading back for repairs, and we're also going to need to get a bunch of alloys here. The price is not too bad. I wouldn't mind buying in at least 500 alloys. There we go. So that puts us up to 793. And we're going to look to reinforce this fleet. Fantastic. We're building a corvette and 2 destroyers. I like it. That's not bad at all. So we're going to get Baldurk built eventually. On solar sails. Okay, an archaic spaceship with an unusual design. We're not quite sure how its propulsion system works. Well, we'll look into that. Cool. So our destroyers are going to be done here fairly soon. And we're going to need additional destroyers, of course. There we go. We found the wreckage of an archaic spaceship of unusual design. Instead of using propulsion similar to that of modern ships, the craft relied on large sails unfurled in the vacuum of space. Presumably, the ship harvested solar energy and drifted on the solar winds created by starlight. We could dig deeper. A message in a bottle archaeological site. Okay, we'll come back to that archaeological site later. Sounds good. So we need more alloys. That much is very clear. We also need to build our gene clinics. And we should get that done. We should absolutely get our gene clinics built. There we go. Cool. So that's all underway. The Danube is just chilling out over here. I'd rather not spend alloys, but I would also like to get this area claimed. So that would be good.
System survey complete.
1.5k. That's not
Debris
that threatening.
analyzed.
Noted. Okay, so we're returning to Sol Station here.
Construction
That's looking good.
complete.
We need to upgrade these, apparently. Right, because we just finished fusion reactors. That would make sense. So let's go ahead and grab physics research from researchers. There we go. And checking in on our ships here, these auto-upgraded to the fusion reactor. And then we've got this class of destroyer. I don't know why that exists. Let's just have this one. So that's now a level 2 fusion reactor. And we don't need the reactor boosters, but it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and get these upgrading. That will eat through our alloys for the time being, but that's okay. So that'll keep our alloy production busy for a bit.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
No doubt about that. Coil guns have now been done. Ooh, Corvette and Frigate hull points. It's a rare tech. We gotta grab it. Let's go ahead and take that. We briefly detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this planet. Might have been a glitch in our systems, or it could be a sign of something more. But we'll go ahead and look into that. And the Danube is absolutely going to build its mining stations. Cool. And then you can auto-survey after you're done with this. The Atlantic is now done in Damia. The magnetic field of Zoldyar 1 experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed by the BOS trade wind. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the planet's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. Cool. We'll head up to Estora next, but we are definitely going to be short on alloys. Now, we should need to upgrade our ships again because of small coil guns. And that is indeed accurate. So we'll get that going. That will again keep our alloys busy for a while. Our detailed survey of Detonol 4 has revealed that it may once have supported life in the distant past. There are significant deposits of frozen water at the polar ice caps and beneath the planet's surface. The existence of valley networks suggests that the water may once have flowed freely. Terraforming this planet would theoretically be possible, but we do not yet possess the technology to accomplish this monumental task within a realistic time frame. Cool. So we'll get there. That is in Detonol, so no problem there. I like it. So our upgrades are proceeding apace. Our consumer goods are currently negative.
Our ships have been made superior.
Which does, of course, mean that we should build at least a couple industrial districts up here for now. That's a temporary sort of situation, but that is what we should do for now.
We have encountered some manner of space-borne beast.
These miners just showed up here. Okay.
Anomaly found.
Glowing webs of an unknown origin periodically illuminate the surface of Detonol 3. Well, we'll look into that, and...
Our construction ship has been ambushed.
Yeah, so our construction ship is out of there. That's fine for now. We will have to clear this out, but that's not really a problem.
We have encountered some manner of space-borne
more miners
beast.
out over here. Science Officer L. Sloan reports that Detonol 3 is covered from pole to pole in a web-like network of electrical filaments. These networks respond to external stimuli. The BOS Ptolemy experimented with sending a low-voltage pulse to the surface, which resulted in a wave of illumination that rippled through the network like a circuit board. Even more remarkably, the webs rearranged themselves. A second low-voltage pulse revealed that the filaments had been organized into a new pattern centered around where the previous pulse had contacted the surface of Detonol 3. L. Sloan concludes that this discovery confirms her long-held theory that life can exist as almost purely electrical impulses, independent of cellular or viral structure. Cool. So some society research down in Detonol. I like it. And we're going to head down towards Detonol. We definitely want to claim that. The BOS Tradewind is just chilling. We're going to have it auto-survey. But we are blocked off over here, so we're definitely going to have to move through that. Okay.
We have encountered some manner of
Oh, wow, an
space-borne
automated
beast.
dreadnought up here. Okay. A single massive warship has been discovered patrolling the Wydra system. No life signs can be detected on the vessel, but it is emitting a very strong power signature and appears to be bristling with weapon systems. It does not respond to hails. Caution is advised. Look at the size of that thing. Yeah, so, we can't fight this thing yet.
The cowards have destroyed our science ship.
The Tradewind was destroyed. Honestly, that's a bit obnoxious, but sure. We've got a Leviathan right up over here. News of the encounter with a deep space construct of gargantuan proportion is spreading throughout Armenia. While the entity does not appear to be of biological nature, its mere existence has inescapable ramifications for the possibilities of technology and mega-engineering. We are but motes of dust. Indeed, but we should definitely build another science ship. That unfortunately does not help our alloy situation, but here we are. We've discovered a communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that call themselves the Scanurian Commonwealth. They found us through the Groknaplarin. Okay, they're evangelizing zealots. We shall properly greet you in battle. They're out over here. Okay, noted. They close their borders with us. We will reciprocate.
Complete.
Fantastic. We're going to build our starbase down in Deatonal, and we need a new scientist here. Actually, we don't. Sophia Rosario is available. So we'll just do an automatic survey. Fantastic. Our generator world here has an upgrade that it can do. We can upgrade the planetary administration. We will certainly do so. And I would definitely like to buy in additional alloys, and we'll do so. But we need a lot more here. We need 2 additional two additional destroyers, and then 5 additional for our second fleet. So that's a lot. No doubt about that. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue pruning back these miners, and hopefully, eventually going after the Groknaploran. But we've got other concerns out over this way for now. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Kazaral, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, MLohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Unisol, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.